Hey guys, so I am obviously not in my office like I usually am when I'm shooting one of these. I'm in a hotel room in Vegas at Excalibur because I'm out here at NAB. So let's get started. Anyway, so first thing you guys probably noticed is I didn't do a Facebook Live version of this before posting it to YouTube. And that is because, one, I don't have my computer with Wirecast out here, and two, I wanted to intercut some pictures I shot last night into the video, but I can't do that without Wirecast or not doing it live. The reason I've been doing these live for so long is because I try to edit myself while I'm talking. I'm not quite comfortable enough, I don't think, with my on-camera presence to do a lot of these pre-recorded. I might get better at it. I might be, let's see how I am at the end of this week. So anyway, I finished Tempest the other day, exported it. I've been left my computer archiving it before I came out here, and turned out pretty well. Not perfect, but we shot it on 3 Canon DSLRs, and it was a relatively dark show, not necessarily in content, but absolutely in lighting. At least for those little cameras, it was two 7Ds and a 70D. Most of the stuff on the 70D was slightly overexposed, and everything on the 70s was slightly underexposed. And then, of course, there's no timecode matching, and they've all got these little dinky 12-minute clips because the cameras didn't have the technology to roll over at that point, or at least Canon didn't want to give it to us. Anyway, I find it interesting that I'm talking about old technology while I'm sitting here getting ready to go to this fantastic conference to see all the new technology. I mean, have you guys seen the specs on the A9 that came out? I'm probably going to talk about that later after I've had a chance to put hands on it. Hopefully they'll have it. We'll see. So that all aside, turned out pretty well. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun show to go back and edit through because I was stage managing the show also. I knew it really well. And it was fun to relive all that. So, that was something. What else? Oh, on the plane I read... not a new play, but a play I hadn't read before, Moonlight and Magnolias, which is hysterical if you haven't seen it or read it before. I'm just going to read you guys the back summary here. 1939 Hollywood is abuzz. Legendary producer David O. Selznick has shut down production of his new epic Gone with the Wind, a film adaptation of Margaret Mitchell's novel. The screenplay, you see, just doesn't work. So what's an all-powerful movie mogul to do? While fending off the film's stars, gossip columnists, and his own father-in-law, Selznick sends a car for famed screenwriter Ben Hecht and pulls formidable director Victor Fleming from the set of Wizard of Oz. Summoning both to his office, he locks the doors, closes the shades, and on a diet of bananas and peanuts, the three men labor over 5 days to fashion a screenplay that will become the blueprint for one of the most successful and beloved films of all time. Now, some people really like Gone with the Wind, some people don't. The play is hysterical. If you haven't seen it or read it, I highly recommend it. It was great reading material for the 3-hour flight, and it didn't take me 3 hours to read it. It's I think it's a 50-some-odd page script, 57, 58-page script. Hardly took me any time at all to get through, but it's fun. I might want to do it at some point. Don't know for sure. We'll see what else is going on. I just got back from the first sessions of my post-production world experience. That is the post-production world, of course, being the title of the sessions that I'm taking, and that was a lot of fun. We did some neat, learned some neat stuff. The first one was all about Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve, which is actually free if you have a computer that can run it. I learned all about the way the node-based color correction works, which is really awesome once you wrap your head around node-based editing, but at first just looks absolutely terrifying. What else was a really cool takeaway from that? I mean, I took all kinds of notes. Obviously, I'm really top-level summarizing here. So they're expected to release, or at least announce, version 14. We're on 12.55 now. Monday. So we'll see. Should be cool. Hopefully they won't change everything. Apparently, like they do all the time. So, and then the other session I took this afternoon, was a writing for social media and the web, which was really cool. I learned, learned some things a little bit, that built on stuff that I already knew. Learned a couple new things, different ways to approach the writing process itself, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, I was gonna get into this earlier. The reason I didn't do one of these vlogs last night is I got off the airplane, got checked into the hotel, and by the time I got checked into the hotel, I'd been standing in lines for I don't know how long. And I just wanted to go for a walk, So what was supposed to be a little 30, 45 minute, maybe an hour long walk around the hotel, walk around the nearby areas on the Strip, refamiliarize myself with the city, turned into a 4-ish hour, 5.4 mile hike that had me climbing approximately 7 flights of stairs, if you trust the little health app in the iPhone, even though I don't have a Fitbit or a proper pedometer. Which was it felt good to go for a walk like that, but I didn't get anything else done last night. They've added this park-ish thing, coming from a city like Houston, where Herman Park is this massive green space and so many subdivisions and whatnot have big green parks. I wouldn't call it a park, but it is, I guess, kind of a park. Anyway, it's got some trees. There's no grass, but it's got some trees, some fountains, some restaurants. And then they stuck it in between New York, and the Montecarlo. And it's neat. But there were these fountains, and they bugged me. And I know I'm probably putting way too much thought into this, but hear me out. So many fountains and water features that you see in public spaces are done with purpose. The reflection pool in front of the Washington Monument draws your eye to the monument. You've got the reflection of the monument itself and everything, right? And, in Houston, we've got a handful of statues and fountains around the city that draw your eye to something, to a statue, to a building, to a park. They are done with a cohesive artistic purpose in mind. I can't put my finger on what these fountains here are supposed to do. They're neat, but they've got such hard lines and such distinct angles and corners that they want to draw your eye somewhere, but they don't point at anything. They point at the street. They point at the space between two restaurants or the wall. They're just kind of there. They're cool. They're neat features. Maybe they're going to add something else. I doubt it. It's just they're interesting, and I can't figure out why they didn't go that extra mile to make them direct your vision to something. There was one of them that actually did really well. You've got this nice, smooth surface with these little fountains coming out of the top of it, and they draw your eye up towards this statue of this dancing woman, which is neat. And it was a neat piece, and everyone was stopping and looking at the statue, which of course immediately catches your eye when you come around the corner. But if the statues with the fountain feel like they made a little bit of a cohesive art piece, whereas these other fountains were just kind of there, and I couldn't figure out if they were meant to be stuck together or if it was just happenstance that this one set was stuck together and worked well. It just seems weird that, in planning in this city, that they didn't go that extra level, because everything in the city goes that extra level. Across the street from me is the MGM, and the little fountains they've got around the statue of the lion and the pedestal itself all draws your eyes up towards what is actually the largest bronze statue in the Western Hemisphere, apparently. Or at least it was when they put the plaque up. I don't know, I haven't done the research. Or the Bellagio fountains. They're gorgeous, and they are an attraction and an art piece in and of themselves, but they also, those fine, straight, perfect lines draw your eyes up to the beautiful architecture of the Bellagio and the sign for the Bellagio. All big and inviting and luxurious, and come into the Bellagio and spend lots and lots of money. I don't know what these are supposed to do. I don't know what feeling these pieces are supposed to give you. And like I said, I'm probably overthinking it, but for this city, overthinks everything. I don't know. Anyway, if you know anything, or if you don't, tell me what you think about the fountains. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe you like them. I'm not blown away with them. I'm not against them. I don't think they're ugly. I'm just surprised, I guess. I was surprised that they're not more. Depending on how much energy I have after doing so much time on the the all day sessions tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and time on the show floor and this, that, and the other. And then Thursday night, I'm flying back to Houston. You will not hear from me on Thursday, but I'm going to try and do little short vlog updates throughout the week on the show and what I've been doing and what I'm learning, and hopefully, I'm going to try. I'm going to really try. I'm going to make an effort to do one of these every day this week, except Thursday. Maybe Friday. Keep an eye out for that. Follow me on all the things. If you're not already, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat while I'm out here. Really follow me on Snapchat. And I'll put my Snap code up here real quick for you guys. Because, I'm posting the really nice pictures to Instagram. I'm posting random updates to Twitter. All kinds of things are bouncing through Facebook, but I'm not that public on Facebook right now. So unless you're one of my friends or someone I've worked with, you probably aren't seeing my Facebook. So really follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Tom I. Meek there, but also follow me on Snapchat, because Snapchat's where you're going to see the random posts. I think that's the voice I want for that platform. I think I'm going to use Snapchat for all the crazy random crap that happens around me. Sometimes it'll be filmmaking, sometimes it'll be theater related, sometimes it'll be I don't know. In today's Snapchat thing, I documented the journey from Excalibur all the way to the Las Vegas Convention Center. So anyway, definitely follow me on Snapchat, definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and until tomorrow, where I will hopefully do another one of these if I've got the energy, I'll talk to you guys later. I will leave you with this really cool looking sunset. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And there's my GoPro shooting a time lapse of this sunset. The sun's actually setting behind me. I'm west facing. But yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.